This weekend, if you guys are in the Central Texas area, my friends at modguns.com are hosting a pretty cool event in the Austin area, and it's run by Sig Sauer themselves. So you guys can come there just for the food and drink and just for the good time. A lot of guns there. You can buy guns from ModGuns. Sig Sauer will have a bunch of cool stuff, belt-fed machine guns, all that stuff, just to get your paws on them. So overall, really cool gun event. If you're in the Central Texas area, I'll be there. We'll be doing a giveaway with ModGuns and all that stuff. More information down in the description, comment section, all that stuff as well. Lastly, started a newsletter recently. In case you guys haven't heard, I've been mentioning it quite a bit now. On about a weekly basis, I give you guys all these cool deals I find on guns, ammo, all that cool stuff. Also, why not? This is an Arken Optics SH4. It's been sitting in my closet with no real job to do for a little while, so this is unannounced. Let's just go ahead and give this thing away. At the moment, guys, 1,036 subscribers to the newsletter. Really appreciate you guys being there just so I could stay in contact with you guys. All right, I would show you the screen, but I don't want to put a bunch of emails on blast, so we're just gonna go ahead and scroll it. You, sir, what's your name? Craig. Don't get too excited if your name's Craig. I'm sure there's a few of you guys here, and I can't just put the email out there on blast. But Mr. Craig, I'm gonna go ahead and send you an email and ask if you just want an Arken for free, okay? So every now and then I'll clear up some stuff. We'll just do some random unannounced giveaways and all that stuff. So join the newsletter, link in the description. This is the BUL Armory SAS2 Tech 4¼ inch. And so you might be wondering what it is. It takes the shape of a 2011. However, it is and isn't a 2011.
We are different people. We speak different languages. We have different faces. But inside, we are same. Same, but different. But still same.
In case that didn't make sense, I'll try to give you guys some more context. It's a 1911 that's double stacked 9mm. And so with that said, 2011s are double stacked 1911s. But double stack 1911 may not necessarily be a 2011 because only one manufacturer can specifically be a 2011, and that is Staccato. This video is mostly gonna be on the BUL Armory, but I thought it can't hurt to throw a little bit of comparisons out there. And so with that said, I've also got a Springfield Armory Prodigy out here, which is their 1911 DS for double stack. Different price ranges, certainly, this one being the cheapest and most available. Staccato being also available at the higher echelon of pricing, and then the BUL Armory being honestly very fairly priced. But availability, we'll have to talk on that. First off, let's just get familiar with it. Let's go over some of those sexy specs. This is BUL Armory's own proprietary magazine. They say the architecture is slightly different and it allows it to have one more round than it otherwise would for that same size. So this is an 18 round mag, comes with 2 of them, but that also means no compatibility between the mags. If you have 2011 mags, will not work in here. This will not work in your 2011s, as you can imagine, but nonetheless, you get 2 of them, 18 rounds. Already mentioned this one's the 4¼ inch option with a bull barrel as well. The slide is pretty cool, so check this out. We've got some cuts through here, also serrations and pretty deep cuts here as well. It's lightened up to make up for the added weight of an optic. So obviously it'll still function fine without an optic, but they know that most people are going to be running red dots with this. And when you add that extra weight, it could change some things. So they took off just the right amount of weight to counterweight the added optic. This particular one, the new Tech 4¼ inch, has got an aluminum frame. Flared magwell, by the way, out of the box, not something you have to add extra, which is really cool. And so that brings me to a more broad thing to say about BUL Armory. They seem so custom, but at this point they're streamlining it to where they're just making them as you see it. There is no option. I want the, red dot capability. I want a flared magwell. They took what was popular among the years and just made that streamline to help with lead times and all that, just to hopefully make it more available. More on that in a little bit. So that being said, they're all going to be optics ready with the RMR cut, which also allows for the Holosuns. Right now I've got a Holosun 508T. Remember that off the dome. Just a couple little extra details that they didn't necessarily have to do, but I appreciate it. On the slide release, it's just textured throughout. Same goes for the safety, which is ambidextrous. Right here, you just see just some random extra detail. Skeletonized hammer, that travel time right there needs to happen pretty darn quickly. So by the time you pull the trigger and the hammer has to travel and then hit that primer, that time, the shorter that could be, the more accurate you can be with the pistol. Skeletonizing the hammer makes that happen a little bit quicker. This has been done before. What I wanted to show you guys though is this right here. The skeletonized process also went down the middle of it, which I think is pretty cool if you guys can see that cut down the middle. Trigger weight is between 3 and 3.5 pounds. However, I will say I saw some other reviewers and they were getting quite a bit lighter than that. It's got suppressor height iron sights to co-witness through the red dot, and the cool thing is that they are fully blacked out, which if I'm only using iron sights, I'm not the biggest fan of, but because I want my attention to be on the red or green dot, I like the fact that they're blacked out here. If you guys care about the nitty-gritty details, it weighs 775 grams or 1.7 pounds. Now, the last thing I will mention is the price point. It is $1,760. If you're familiar with the 2011 game, you will know and appreciate that price point. It is very, very fair, in my opinion, of course. However, there's something to be said on that, just for full transparency, on availability, because the price point's one thing, but in the real world, trying to buy one's another one. So, thought I'd kind of tell you at this point, as I'm filming this, we're in August of 2023. Here's the deal with the price point. Very, very fair. Now, you can just order one, and the lead time is probably going to be, I'm hearing, upwards of 6 months, possibly longer. So there's that. If you don't want to wait for that, I saw one on Gunbroker for $2,500, and at that point, ouch, right? Okay, so let's just go ahead and just dive into it. Before we even shoot, let's just talk about a little bit of comparison. Let's start at the bottom end of price point. Springfield Armory solved a problem a year ago that I thought existed for a while, and that is that there was no entry-level 2011. You really just had to fork out a lot of money. But a year ago, Springfield Armory came out with the Prodigy, or the 1911 DS, and the MSRP is $1,500. And over the years, the availability's only gone up, with demand staying about the same. What that means is now you could find these for a tick over $1,100 brand new online. So that's very, very fair. It is off of an assembly line, and so that's what really kind of dictates the price. But what a lot of people are going to want to compare any double stack 1911 to is a Staccato. So this here happens to be my dad's C2 with a comp. And so forget how tricked out this is. A C2 starts at under what that Gunbroker price of that BUL Armory was. So that's where things just get weird in general. These start around $2,300. Staccato P, the slightly larger one, starts at $2,500, the asking price for that BUL. So it's kind of weird. The whole point of that BUL Armory is having this hand-fitted, quality, near custom firearm for significantly less than the price of that, but you just have to wait. All right, haven't shot yet today. You guys are gonna see me crack the rust off. So let's start with some confidence on the larger swinger there. Let's just go right into the Texas Star then. All right. Flip over. I missed the last one. I'm trying to get quick. Go back to the dueling tree, try to clean it up quick here. Oh boy. Okay. Interesting smell. I don't know what oil they're using. It smells like a barbecue. One quick thing I noticed, just gonna tell you guys everything I kind of witnessed here. The mags, once they're running, they're fine. This gun's haven't had a hiccup yet, but starting to load it, what I notice is the polymer, the plastic follower here, gets caught on the metal top part of the mag here. I'll try to, all right, well, I guess not when the camera's recording, huh? Oh, no, there we go. All right, so right now if I press down as hard as I can, it won't push, so I have to push from the plastic follower there. Once it gets past that, now we're good. Let's go over to the swingers on the right here. All right, wherever I put the green dot, it goes. That's nice. Well, I put it to the left, didn't I? I need some practice with it to get quick with it. It's accurate as hell though. I just have to learn the timing of when it bounces back on, then I'll be quick with it. I feel like I kind of glazed over all of BUL Armory and what they are, who they are as a company, because I'm just under the assumption that most people might know, but I could be wrong there. So let me enlighten you guys. BUL Armory, an Israeli company, and they're known for making really, really nice 1911s, whether single stack or double stack. In fact, I have the 1911 Classic Government, amazing 1911, and I would confidently say it's the best 1911 under $1,000. It's a great 1911 money, no object, but it happens to be really well priced. They also, funny enough, make a polymer pistol. Remember how the Glock 19 Gen 3 patent expired and now a lot of people took their jabs at it? Well, BUL Armory has one too. It's called the Axe-C. Full disclosure, not really a fan of polymer frame striker fires in the form of recreational plinking, but I understand the role that they serve. As it goes, this one's a good one. All right, giving all the BUL Armories a break, let's go to the Springfield Armory Prodigy. The lowest of the price points. Again, MSRP, $14.99, $1,500. Real world price, you could snag them for about $1,100. Well, it's a little heartbreaking. So this is my second of the Prodigies. My 5-inch version, never had an issue with. The disconnector is almost so stout, it acts like a lock. I feel like I could almost get the slide to lock back just on the disconnector. So with that being said, if you're gonna have a malfunction, I guess it's a decent one because that should go away with break-in, but this thing's got under 200 rounds through it right now, so that's probably why. So, interesting. Well, I did not want to poorly represent the Prodigy today because I've been loving the 5-inch version. So, all right, let's just jump right into my dad's C2. Well, I have a little unfair advantage because we threw on the Dawson compensator on there, but whatever. Damn, that compensator does a lot, actually. Oh, always gotta miss that last one. So, similarly to this and the BUL, they're both aluminum frames, just for the task that they're trying to do here. But let's go back to the truck real quickly and kind of talk a little bit more about what to expect from each manufacturer. All right, final thoughts on this, but I still want to shoot the BUL Armory a little bit more. I'm a little, like I said, I'm heartbroken about this Prodigy because I do like it and I still recommend it plenty if I find a good one, I guess. I think the issue I'm having is that disconnector is so stout, it gets hung up. There's no mag in it and it almost gets hung up there. When you rack it quickly though, the slide frame fitment is amazing at the price point. You got MIM'd internals and all that stuff, so the trigger is just meh, better than a Striker Fire, you know, but I would expect more out of a 1911 or 2011 platform, even though it's not 2011. But nonetheless, $1,100. If you guys want to spend $1,100 and buy one of these things and treat it like a blank canvas and spend an additional $900 on customizations and gunsmithing, then you'll be at that $2,000 mark. I think that's pretty cool. Also, forgot to mention, I put on a Dawson flared magwell. It doesn't come with that out of the factory. So I did that, as well as I think it was an Atlas toolless guide rod. But I don't think that's what's causing the hiccups. I really think it's that stout disconnector. It's crazy. I've heard that from other Prodigy owners. The 5-inch version, that cicada needs to shut up. The 5-inch version, though, is problem-free so far. Staccato, sorry, this one's a heartbreaker for a lot of people out there because they wanted to see it get trampled all the time. They thought the Prodigy was going to tumble them down. It just won't. Staccato sells everything they make. Staccato's just super freaking cool. I'm a big Staccato fan. Is it biasy? I don't know. They certainly have taken my money in the past, but they also make their guns about 20 minutes for me, so a little biasy there. Nonetheless, really, really cool guns. However, BUL Armory, massive, massive fan of them, and that started over a year ago with this guy here. The classic 1911. It has got a slide frame fitment that is hand fit, and you feel it. It's amazing. The trigger is, I'm not joking, I got a few 1911s. It is just about tied with the best 1911. The only one that comes close to it, or ties it I should say, is the Nighthawk AAC Recon. So when I started enjoying that gun a lot, I was always thinking, what would a 9mm double stack feel like if I enjoy it to that level? And now I have a tease of it. Now this one is more oriented for duty or concealed carry or just carrying in general. You could tell because it is 4 1/4 inches in aluminum frame. Now this one has me curious for the next step up of BUL Armory. What would a steel frame, full length, 5-inch, or one of the crazy competition guns with the gas pedal, all the compensator, all that kind of stuff, what would that feel like? That's what I'm wondering now. But for my first 2011-esque double stack 1911 from BUL Armory, thoroughly impressed. Really like it, and I can't recommend one enough. Starting to get acclimated with it. All right, guys, that is the BUL Armory TAC 4 1/4 inch SAS 2. All right, in summary, recommend it thoroughly. If you guys can get one at retail, I highly recommend that as well. The only cons I have with it, I know BUL Armory swears by their mags, and they are great. The only fact is I have to press forward on the follower to load the first 2 rounds. That's fine, but I wish I could interchange between my Staccato mags. But I understand it. They swear by their design. That's cool. And that's all off the top of the head. So pretty short cons list. Ultimately, I highly recommend one. So there you go. Thanks for watching.